Delta State and Union University. The starters for Delta State. Batting first at right field, number 4, Reagan Stafford. Batting second, catcher, number 9, Michaela Helms. Batting third at second base, number 8, Sydney Pevy. Batting fourth at left field, number 5, Abby Cataldo. Batting fifth at first base, number 36, Kylie Wheaton. Batting sixth at third base, number 17, Callie McConnell. Batting seventh at center field, number 1, Alyssa Gober. Batting eighth at shortstop, number 2, Bailey Way. Batting ninth, designated player number 23, Neve Lopez. And pitching for the Statesmen is number 15, Morgan Grubb. Starting for the Lady Bulldogs, leading off, number 1, center fielder, Morgan Jennings. Batting second, shortstop, number 2, Macy Neal. Batting third, catcher, number 4, Courtney Marler. Batting fourth at first base, number 12, Zoe Neal. Batting fifth at right field, number 25, Mackenzie DeVee. Batting sixth, designated player, number 37, Mallory Hildebrand. Batting seventh at left field, number 13, Cameron Langley. Batting eighth at second base, number 9, Briley Carneal. Batting ninth at third base, number 8, Sarah Kate Thompson. And pitching for the Lady Bulldogs is number 5, Emily Claire Felder.
Good afternoon and welcome to Festmeyer Field for Game 2 of this doubleheader between Union University and Delta State. This is Game 3 of a 3-game series. My name is Grace White. I'll be commentating for you tonight. That first game was fun. Got to do it for you as well. On the mound today will be Emily Claire Felder for the Lady Bulldogs. Emily Claire has a 1.73 ERA this season so far. She is 3-2. She's appeared in 6 games, started 4 of those. 27 strikeouts on the season and a 280 batting average against. So we get set here in Game 3. Reagan Stafford is going to be leading off for Delta State. She was 0 for 3 in the last game. Had the only hit in Game 1 of this series, leadoff triple. Takes that for a called strike, 1-1 the count to Reagan Stafford. It's going to be a ball outside as the Union infield is in slapper defense with first baseman Zoe Neal playing behind the bag, second baseman Briley Neal playing in front of the baseline, and shortstop Mason Neal and third baseman Sarah Kate Thompson playing up as well. Ground ball to the second baseman, flips over to first for the out. So quick out here for Emily Claire Felder and the Lady Bulldogs in the top of the first. Batting second for Delta State is the catcher, Michaela Helms. Helms was 0 for 3 with a run scored and RBI in this first game today, second game of the series. Takes that one for a ball outside. Fouled back on the right side around the visitors' bullpen. It's a sunny day here at Festmeyer Field. The wind is blowing. Makes it pretty chilly. Line drive caught by the second baseman, Briley Carneal. Two outs now in the top of the first, with the second baseman, Sydney Peavy, at the plate. Peavy was 0 for 3 in the first game today. She had a walk. That's going to be a long fly ball, and it's going to be gone for a 2-out home run by Sydney Peavy. Put Delta State up 1-0 here in the top of the first. First pitch of the at-bat for Peavy, and she hits it deep to left center for a home run. Cleanup hitter Abby Cataldo, the left fielder for Delta State in this one, is up to bat now. She had a home run of her own in the game earlier today. She was 1 for 4, Scored 2 runs. Takes that one for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Foul back from left to right in the outfield. Cameron Langley, Morgan Jennings, and Mackenzie David for the Lady Bulldogs. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball. Shortstop Mason Neal charges, gloves it, fires across, not in time. And Abby Cataldo will be safe with an infield hit with 2 outs. So with 2 outs, the Lady Statesmen have 2 back-to-back hits. A home run by Peavy and an infield hit by Cataldo. And Kylie Wheaton, the first baseman, will stand in. 2 outs here. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Ball high and out, evens the count at 1. Not sure how Emily Claire Felder is not cold without some sleeves on. It's chilly even up here in the press box this afternoon. Another ball high and out, makes the count 2-1. 2 outs here. Abby Cataldo at first base for the Lady Statesmen. After going down 12-9 in the first game today, Lady Statesmen answer with a home run in the top of the first. But that'll do it as Kylie Wheaton lines out to Morgan Jennings in center. So that'll do it for the Lady Statesmen in the top of the first. Going to the bottom of the first. We'll be back with you shortly.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Welcome back to Festmeyer Field for the bottom of the first here in Game 3 of a 3-game series between the Lady Statesmen of Delta State and the Union University Lady Bulldogs. On the mound for Delta State is Morgan Grubb. She is 1-4 so far this season. She has a 5.65 ERA, 15 strikeouts, and a .336 batting average against. We saw her for a little while in the second game of this series. Let's see what she has here as leadoff Morgan Jennings is in the box. Takes that one for a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Jennings was 0 for 3 in the game earlier today, but she did score 2 runs. Let's see what she does here in the leadoff spot against Morgan Grubb. Checks her swing. Did she go around? Robert Johnson says she does. He is the umpire down at third base today. First base umpire is Lawrence McCullough, and behind the plate is Brooke Parker. Oh, and they're going to say she went around on that one too, so that's a strikeout for Jennings, first of the afternoon for Grubb. And that will bring Macy Neal, the shortstop, to the plate. Neal was 3 for 4 in the game earlier today. She had an RBI and 2 runs scored. Neal is a tough out, let me tell you. Very aggressive hitter, very confident hitter. Able to put a good swing on a lot of different pitches. Swing and a miss there on the outside part of the plate. It's 0-1 to Macy Neal here in the bottom of the first. Takes that one outside for a ball. Catcher Helms tried to frame it. Didn't get the call from Brooke Parker. That was even farther outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count to Macy Neal with one out here in the bottom of the first. Quite a big hole in that right center gap. Let's see if Macy could hit it here. Takes that outside for ball 3. Great hitters count here, 3-1. Courtney Muller waits on deck. Swing. Line drive foul down the left side. Couldn't quite keep that fair. Hits around the tarp. And it's going to be a full count here to Macy Neal. 3-2-1 on the board. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here comes a pitch from Morgan Grubb. It's going to be a swing and a miss, but the ball's going to get by the catcher, and Macy Neal is going to be able to be at first base. So 1 out here. Macy Neal at first. Courtney Marlar coming to the plate. Marlar went 2 for 3 in the game earlier today. She had 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Big day at the plate for her. Let's see if she can continue that here in game 3 as the Lady Bulldogs look to sweep Delta State in this GSC matchup. Takes that inside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Cleanup hitter Zoe Neal waits on deck. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. Macy Neal gets a hard lead off first. 1-1 the count here to Courtney Marlar, the catcher for the Lady Bulldogs today. Fouled straight back. She was all over that pitch. Let's see if she can get all of it this time, as the Lady Bulldogs look to at least tie it here in the bottom of the first. One and 2 the count here to Marlar. And a line drive foul down the left side. As Marlar battles to stay in this at bat. Here's one of those moments you want to foul off the pitcher's pitches and get one of yours. One and 2 the count to Marlar. Takes that high. Neal is running. Ball gets by the shortstop. She will be at second base. So runner in scoring position now for Marlar with a 2-2 count. Great spot here for the Lady Bulldogs to tie it and maybe even take the lead. Marler fouls that one off. So it's 2-2 here. And it's quality at bat by Courtney Marler. Ground ball back up the middle, base hit. Coach Wollins waving Macy Neal around to score. The throw to the plate is not in time, and she will score, tying the game at 1. Courtney Marler will go to second on the throw, and the Lady Bulldogs have tied this game 1-1 here in the bottom of the first. Clutch base hit by Courtney Marler there. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Zoe Neal, who had a 2-for-4 game earlier today. Long home run in that one, as well as a single to score a run. Swing and a miss, 0-1 the count. Courtney Marler's in scoring position at second. See what Zoe Neal can do here against Morgan Grubb. 1 out in the bottom of the first. She'll take that for a called strike on the inside corner. Down 0-2 quickly. But she's a good 0-2 hitter, hitting a home run in the midweek against Miles. And then that single earlier today was 0-2. Hits that. It's going to be caught by the right fielder. She's going to throw it in, and Marler will be safe back at second base, able to get back diving in there. Hit on the screws by Zoe Neal, just right at the right fielder, Reagan Stafford, who was able to haul that in for the second out. And that'll bring up the fifth-year grad student, Mackenzie David of Scott, Louisiana. She hit a home run in the game earlier today. See what she can do here with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. Game is tied at 1. Takes that one for a ball inside. Patience from the veteran being shown here. Another ball inside. 2-0 the count. DP Mallory Hildebrand waits on deck. And a ground ball off the pitcher. Deflected right to the shortstop. Going to throw across for the out. What a lucky play. That's one of those you just hate as a hitter. Hit it right back to the pitcher. Knocked it right to the shortstop who threw across for the out. That'll do it for the Lady Bulldogs, but not before they tie the game at 1. We'll go to the top of the second. Back with you shortly.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us. A promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Fessmeyer Field. It's the top of the second here in Game 3. between Delta State and Union University.
Batting now, number 17, Callie McConnell.
At the plate now is Callie McConnell. She is the third baseman in this contest. Emily Claire Felder back in the circle for the Lady Bulldogs. First pitch is going to be a ball outside. Called strike on the outside corner, evens the count at 1. Emily Claire has given up 2 hits, one of which was a long home run by Sydney Peavy. Ground ball to the second baseman. Briley Cornell bobbles it, scoops it though, and throws it across for the out. Able to recover for out number 1. So center fielder Alyssa Gover will come to the plate now with 1 out. Gover was 0 for 3 with a run scored in the game earlier today. It's going to be a ball outside, 1-0 the count. Two straight balls from Felder. She'll work to get back into this count here, 2-0. And that's going to be a base hit through the right side. Perfectly placed between first baseman Zoe Neal and second baseman Briley Carneal. So that'll be a hit for Gover. Third hit of the game for the Lady Statesman. And shortstop Bailey Way will make her way to the plate. Way was 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored in game 2 of this series. See what she can do here against Emily Claire Felder. It's going to be a ball off the plate. 1-0 the count. Emily Claire trying to work that outside part of the plate is missing a little bit. The last 2 pitches, 2-0. Brings that one inside, almost hits her. It's going to be 3-0 now to Bailey Way. 1 out here in the top of the second. And that one hits her. So that'll be a hit by pitch for Way. Moving Gover to second. So the Lady Statesmen have runners on first and second now with designated player Nevaeh Lopez coming to the plate.
Batting now, number 23, Nevaeh Lopez.
Lady Bulldogs in slapper defense here. Shows bunt, pulls back. That's going to be a ball. 1-0 the count. Lopez gets her some for getting back in the batter's box. Shows bunt, fouls it back. So it's going to be 1-1 now. Gover was on her way to third. It's going to be a hit, get past Thompson. It looks like it hit her. So that's going to be a base hit. It's going to load the bases. Left fielder Cameron Langley was able to get that one in quickly to prevent the Lady Statesman from scoring. It's going to be a base hit for Lopez. She hit it hard, deflected off the third baseman, Sarah Kate Thompson. Looks like she's all right over there.
Batting now, number 4, Reagan Stafford.
Here comes a pitch from Emily Claire Felder to the leadoff, Reagan Stafford, who is 0 for 1 so far in this game. 0-1 the count to Stafford. 1 out, bases loaded, top of the second, as the Lady Statesmen of Delta State are threatening here. It's going to be a ball on the outside part of the plate. 1-1 the count. Ground ball past the diving Briley Carneal. Mackenzie David's going to dive to stop the ball. 2 runs are going to score. Reagan Stafford is into second. Lopez is at third, scoring Gover and Way. So it's going to be 3-1 now, Delta State. After that base hit by Reagan Stafford. Still only 1 out. Still only 1 out here in the top of the second.
Batting now, number 9, Michaela Helms.
Now at the plate, the catcher, Michaela Helms. She's a senior this season for Delta State. Looking to add more to the Lady Statesmen's total so far in this game. She takes that one for a called strike on the outside corner. Great pitch there by Emily Claire to get ahead in this count. 0-1. Some action down in the Lady Bulldogs bullpen as Riley Vaughn looks to be warming up. One and one the count. Shows bunt, pops it up. Let's see if they can. And Zoe Neal makes the play, so that's going to be 2 outs. Neither of the runners advance, so runners are still going to be at second and third for Delta State. Huge second out there for Felder and the Lady Bulldogs, as the second baseman Sydney Peavy gets ready to step into the batter's box. Felder gets a sign from head coach Sydney Sterner. Ball 1 outside, 1-0. Takes that for a ball, 2-0. To Sydney Peavy, who is also a senior on this Delta State team. 5 hits so far for Delta State in this game. And that's going to be another one. Hits that right center gap. That's going to score both Lopez and Stafford. And Peavy will head into second base with a stand-up double. It's going to be 5-1 Delta State now in Game 3 of this 3-game series. So it's going to be the left fielder, Abby Cataldo, coming to the plate as Macy Neal is going to talk to her pitcher, give her some encouragement. As evidenced by last game, doesn't seem like any lead is too great for that the Bulldogs can't come back and overcome it. Called strike there, 0-1. Lady Bulldogs were down 7-0 at one point in Game 2 of this series, came back and won 12-9. There's no quit in these Union Lady Bulldogs. They're going to need that confidence and perseverance here in this one as they're down 5-1 in the top of the second. 1-1 the count to Abby Cataldo. It's going to be a high fly ball to left field. Cameron Langley's under, and she hauls it in for the 3rd out of the inning. That'll do it for Delta State here in the top of the second. They scored 4 runs in this one. We'll be back with you shortly for the bottom half of this inning, where the Lady Bulldogs will look to cut into the Delta State lead.
Your life, your home, your business,
your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Welcome back to Fesmeyer Field for the bottom half of the second inning here in this game 3 between Delta State and Union University. New pitcher on the mound for Delta State. It's going to be Audrey Rumsey. She started game 2 here earlier today. It's going to be a ball to the designated player Mallory Hildebrand. Rumsey has a 4.54 ERA so far this year, 1-1 record. 8 strikeouts, 209 batting average against. So it's going to be a foul ball. It's going to be a conference, I believe, with all the umpires. So that's going to be a hit by pitch. So Hildebrand will take her base. And that will bring freshman Cameron Langley to the plate. She made the last out, or got the last out in the top half of this inning, catching that fly ball in left field. See if she can do some work offensively here, help the Lady Bulldogs get back in this one. Down 5-1. Langley was 1 for 1 with a hit by pitch in the game earlier today. She had an RBI. Takes that one for a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Shadows are starting to creep across Fesmeyer Field here as the sun is starting to set. Takes that for a ball, throws down. Hildebrand goes back in standing up. Attempt more probably trying to keep her close to the bag than anything. Here comes a 1-1 pitch from Rumsey. It's going to be a ball inside. 2-1 the count. Ball 3 way outside. Hitters count here for Cameron Langley. The bottom of the second. Big opportunity here for the freshman from Lebanon, Tennessee. It's going to be hit. Shallow center, caught by the center fielder Gover. So that'll be the first out of the inning. Hildebrand will stay at first, bringing the second baseman Briley Carneal to the plate. Carneal was 1 for 3 last game with 2 strikeouts. See if she can add another hit to her total on the day in this at-bat here against Audrey Rumsey. Rumsey threw 3 innings in the last game, allowing 5 hits, 4 runs, struck out 3. Fouled off at the plate by Riley Carneal. 0-1 the count. A little chilly outside, but still a beautiful day for softball here in Jackson, Tennessee at Festmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. Fouled off on the left side. Bounces down towards the field house. 0-2 quickly to Briley Carneal. No 2 pitch coming from Rumsey. And that's going to be a ball outside. Good take there by Briley Carneal to make the count 1-2. Hildebrand ready down at first. It's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop bobbles. It's going to be in the center field, and Hildebrand's going to take off for third. She is going to make it standing up. The ball hits off of her. Carneal is thought about going to second. She goes back to first. So that's going to be an error on the shortstop, Way. So now the Bulldogs have runners on first and third, 1 out, and third baseman Sarah Kate Thompson coming to the plate.
Batting out number 8, Sarah Kate Thompson.
Thompson was 0 for 2 in the game earlier. She did score 1 run, though, so let's see what she can do here. With runners on first and third. 1 out. It's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. Looks back at Hildebrand, throws across the first baseman, gets Thompson. Hildebrand makes it back safely to third. So Thompson moves Carneal to second. 2 runners in scoring position now with a leadoff Morgan Jennings coming to the plate. Jennings is 0 for 1 in this one. She struck out in her first at bat. That was against the starting pitcher Morgan Grubb. This will be her first at bat of this game against Audrey Rumsey. 2 outs here. Hildebrand at third, Carneal at second, Jennings at the plate. Ground ball back to the pitcher, throws to first, out number 3. So the Lady Bulldogs threatened but didn't score here in the bottom of the second. We're going to the top of the third. We'll be back with you shortly.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
You trade in your car. You trade in your house. So why not get some equity back from your old HVAC system? McCoy's Heating and Air will now give you up to $2,000 trade-in for your old unit. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty with the purchase of a qualifying York system. That's right. Trade in your old unit and get up to $2,000. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty. For a limited time, only from McCoy's Heating and Air.
Welcome back to Festmeyer Field. It's the top of the third here with Kylie Wheaton at the plate. She's playing first base for Delta State in this game. Emily Clarefelder back in the circle for her third inning of work here in Game 3 of this Gulf South Conference Series between the Delta State University Lady Statesmen and the Union University Lady Bulldogs. That's a fly ball to center field. Morgan Jennings hauls that one in for the first out of this top half of the first. And the third baseman, Callie McConnell, will come to the plate now. Quick out there for Emily Clarefelder and the Lady Bulldogs. Delta State up in this game 5-1. Lady Bulldogs had some traffic on the base paths in their half of the second, but just couldn't break through. See if they can get out of this top half and get their bats going in the bottom half of the third. 0-1 the count on McConnell. Fouled off again on the right side. 0-2 quickly. Macy Neal gives some encouraging words to her pitcher out there. Ground ball. Second baseman grabs it, throws it across to Zoe Neal for the out. Good play there by the second baseman, Briley Carneal. That's 2 quick outs for the Lady Bulldogs. And the center fielder, Alyssa Gover, will come to the plate. She is 1 for 1 so far in this game. Swing and a miss there on that strike across the outside part of the plate. Fielder looking for her first strikeout in this game. Foul back, 0-2. Lainey Baker looks to be getting warming up down there in the Lady Bulldogs bullpen. Ball on the outside. Fielder had one to waste there. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1 of the afternoon for Emily Claire Felder, and the Lady Statesmen go down 1-2-3. We're going into the bottom of the third here at Fessmeyer Field. We'll be back with you shortly.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Welcome back to Fessmeyer Field for the bottom half of the third inning. In the series finale between Delta State and Union University. Delta State looking to take one from the Bulldogs in this game. Union looking to sweep. See if they can make a comeback here, starting in the bottom of the third with the 2-hole hitter, Macy Neal, at the plate. Neal is 0 for 1 so far in this game. She's a dangerous hitter. Takes that one for a strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-1. Neal was 3 for 4 in the game earlier today with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Huge part of this Lady Bulldog lineup. Takes that one for another called strike. 0-2. Swing and a foul ball. Good battle here for Macy Neal. 0-2 the count here to the shortstop, Macy Neal. Ball way outside. 1-2. One and two the count. Here comes the pitch from Rumsey. That's going to be a ground ball base hit. Right fielder Stafford gets to it quickly, so Neal is held to a single, but that was a hard ground ball between the first baseman and the second baseman. So Macy Neal picks up her first hit of this game. And the catcher, Courtney Marler, will step in. She is 1 for 1 so far. Takes that for a ball inside. Neal and Marler make a great 2-3 punch here in this Lady Bulldog lineup. Both very clutch hitters. Macy takes a hard lead. She fooled me. I kind of thought she was going there. 2-0 the count to Courtney Marler. Hitters count here. That's going to be a long fly ball, and it's gone. A 2-run blast from the catcher, Courtney Marler. I talked about him being clutch, and there it is, folks. 2-run home run there for the catcher after a base hit by Macy Neal. What a start to this bottom of the third inning. 5-3 now as the Lady Bulldogs start their comeback against the Lady Statesmen. No doubter there to center field.
Batting now number 12, Zoe Neal.
Gover gave chase, but no shot at getting that one, as it was way over. Cleanup hitter Zoe Neal now stepping in the box. She's 0 for 1 so far, but she hit a home run of her own in the game earlier today. We'll look to get on base here as the Lady Bulldogs have scored 2 runs with no outs in this bottom of the third inning. So there's going to be a meeting to the mound for Delta State. I don't blame them after that rocket by Courtney Marler, and equally as dangerous hitter Zoe Neal coming to the plate. That first pitch was a ball, so Zoe has a 1-0 count now. What a day for this Union offense. And we're back in action here. 1-0 the count to Zoe Neal. Takes that one inside for ball 2. 2-0 the count. As Rumsey will look to get back in this at bat against the cleanup hitter, Zoe Neal. It's going to be a foul. Looked like being an off-speed pitch. Zoe was just a little bit early on that one. Fooled her a little bit, I think. So the count is now 2-1. As Rumsey looks to work her way back into this one. Zoe Neal wants to add to Union's run total, help keep the momentum rolling. 5-3 here in the bottom of the third. Swing and a miss. That ball in the dirt, so it's going to be strike 2. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Nasty pitch there by Rumsey. Zoe is a good 2-strike hitter, though. And an RBI base hit in the game earlier today on an 0-2 count. See what she can do here. 2-2. It's going to be another foul ball. Staying in this at bat. Fouling off Rumsey's pitch, looking to get one that she likes. And a called strike 3 on Zoe Neal. That inside corner for out number 1. First strikeout of the game for Rumsey. And that will bring the 5th-year grad student Mackenzie David to the plate. David is 0 for 1 so far in this one. See if she can get something going here with 1 out for the Lady Bulldogs. She had a home run in the game earlier today. Takes that one for a called strike on the inside part of the plate. Oh and 1 to Mackenzie David. Takes that one for a ball. Evens the count at 1. David is in her 5th season at Union. Veteran on this squad. Looks to do some damage here as the Lady Bulldogs seek a sweep of the Lady Statesmen. It's going to be a hard ground ball foul. Third base coach Brian Mullen had to jump out of the way of that one. Good thing he did, because that would have hurt if it had hit him. Softballs aren't soft. 1-2 the count now. Rumsey ahead in this battle with Mackenzie David. Ball in the dirt, evens the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. In the bottom of the 3rd. Ball outside, full count now to Mackenzie David. Playing right field today for the Lady Bulldogs. Here comes a 3-2 pitch from Rumsey. It's going to be ball 4. So that'll be a walk for David, giving the Lady Bulldogs a base runner with 1 out here, and the designated player, Mallory Hildebrand, coming to the plate. Hildebrand got hit by a pitch in her first at-bat. She'll look to keep the Lady Bulldogs going here with 1 out against Audrey Rumsey in Delta State. Takes that one as a strike on the outside part of the plate. Oh, and 1 the count here to the DP, Mallory Hildebrand. Rumsey steps off the rubber. Looks like she might not have liked the pitch that her coach called. But here we go now. 0-1 pitch to Hildebrand. Ball 1 outside. So it'll be 1-1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. 5-3 the score so far. Shows bunt, gets it down. That's a beautiful bunt. Third baseman fields it, throws across to first, and she's going to be safe as a second baseman bobbled the ball. And Mackenzie David is going to run to third, and she is going to be out at third. She thought that nobody was there. And she's going to be out on that play. Hildebrand gets to second. It's going to be 2 outs with a runner at second now. And freshman Cameron Langley coming to the plate. Coach Brian Wallen doesn't look happy about that play. So now, instead of runners at first and second and 1 out, the Lady Bulldogs have a runner at second, 2 outs, and Cameron Langley at the plate. She takes that one inside for a ball. Want to know the count now to the freshman from Lebanon, Tennessee. She takes that for a ball. Hitters count here 2-0. Right where you want Rumsey if you're Langley in this spot. Got to come to her. Swing and a miss. Langley was hacking at that pitch. 2-1 the count to the left fielder in this game for Union. Rumsey looking to get out of this with only allowing 2 runs in this inning. Still ahead here, 5-3. With the Lady Bulldogs threatening more. That's going to be in the air. Caught by diving Reagan Stafford in right field. What a play to end the inning. So the Lady Bulldogs get 2, courtesy of a Courtney Marler home run, scoring herself, and Macy Neal. The Lady Bulldogs have cut the Delta State lead down to 5-3. We'll be back with you shortly for the top half of the 4th.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us. A promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Fessmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. It's the top of the 4th here in Game 3 of a 3-game set between Union University and Delta State. In case you missed it, Lady Bulldogs scored 2 in the bottom of the 3rd to make it a 5-3 game. Delta State leads. The shortstop Bailey Way is at the plate now. 1-1 the count to her. Emily Clarefelder back in the circle for her 4th inning of work. It's going to be a ball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. On the shortstop. It's going to be foul down the left field line. Just foul. Way's wishing that had gone fair. That probably would have been at least a double. She could have gotten that to stay fair. 2-2 the count. Foul back, just got a piece of that. Looked like it hit off the end of the bat. Able to stay alive here in the top of the 4th against Emily Clarefelder. It's going to be a ground ball. The second baseman able to eat it up, go to the first, and that's going to be out number 1. Bradley Corneal to Zoe Neal. Great play there. She was able to back up and get that good hop instead of getting short hopped. Able to throw it across to Zoe Neal for out number 1. Good play by the second baseman there.
Now number 23, Neve Lopez.
Neve Lopez now at the plate. She is the designated player for Delta State in this one. Shows bunt, foul. So that'll be 0-1 quickly on her. Trying to surprise the Union defense, dropping that bunt down. Union's in slapper defense with Zoe Neal playing behind the bag, Briley Corneal up, and Mason Neal and Sarah Kate Thompson playing up as well. It's going to be a ball on the outside part of the plate. 1-1 now to the designated player, Neve Lopez. She takes that for a called strike on the inside part of the plate. Good pitch by Felder there. Worked out on the previous 2 pitches, goes in there. Not sure Lopez was expecting that. She's ahead now, 1-2. It's going to be a foul ball down the line. Still 1-2. One out here in the top of the 4th. Ground ball, shortstop Mason Neal grabs it, fires across to Zoe Neal for out number 2. Nice play there as well. Felder letting her defense work behind her in this one. Lady Bulldogs have sharpened that defense up a lot since the first game of today, in which they had 6 errors. Nice to see a 0 on the board in the error column for them so far in this game. That'll bring up the leadoff, Reagan Stafford, who made a tremendous play to end the bottom half of the 3rd, diving in right field. Takes that for a call to strike on the outside part of the plate. Not sure she liked that call. So it's 0-1 now with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Lady Bulldogs will remain in slapper defense. Stafford lines that one foul as Cameron Langley gives chase. Couldn't quite get there. Wind is still blowing as the shadows creep across the field here at Festmeyer Field. It's a chilly day, but still a beautiful day for softball. 0-2 the count on Reagan Stafford. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it for Delta State here in the top of the 4th. We're going to the bottom of the 4th now as the Lady Bulldogs look to at least tie, hopefully take the lead. We'll be back with you shortly.
Your life, your home,
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Welcome back to Festmeyer Field. It's the bottom of the 4th here in Game 3 between Delta State and Union. Audrey Rumsey's back in the circle for Delta State, and Briley Corneal is at the plate for Union. Line drive foul by the slapper, second baseman. Made a great defensive play in the top half of this inning. 0-1 the count here to Briley Carneal. And she fouls it back behind the plate. Catcher Helms grabs it. No need to throw it though since it was a foul ball. It's going to be 0-2 quickly now to the Bulldogs' second baseman. Swing and a miss there. Strike 3. That's going to be a strikeout for Rumsey. That'll bring the third baseman, Sarah Kate Thompson, to the plate. Thompson's 0 for 1 so far in this one. She'll take that one inside for a called strike. Rumsey working ahead so far in this half inning. Takes a ball outside. 1-1 the count. Takes that one inside, almost hits her. 2-1 now. Looked like she almost checked her swing, but able to keep it back as that ball almost hit her inside. Hits that one in the air. Left fielder Abby Cataldo is going to haul that one in, so that'll be out number 2. Lady Bulldogs have gone 1-2 so far in the bottom of the 4th. Brings up the leadoff hitter, Morgan Jennings.
Batting now, number 1, Morgan Jennings.
Jennings is playing center field for the Lady Bulldogs. She'll take that one for a strike on the outside part of the plate. Rumsey is pounding the strike zone here in this one. Shows bunt. Looks like it hit Helms somewhere. Didn't feel good. Jennings is now down 0-2. Gonna check on the catcher, give her a minute. Catchers are some tough people. So 0-2 to Morgan Jennings. And that'll be called strike 3. Jennings didn't like that call, but that's not up to her. It's up to Brooke Parker behind the plate. That'll do it for the Lady Bulldogs in the bottom half of the 4th. So here we go at the top of the 5th. Emily Clara Felder going back out to the circle. We'll be back with you shortly.
award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Welcome back to Fessmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. Emily Claire Felder back in the circle for the Lady Bulldogs. And Michaela Helms, the catcher, will be at the plate for Delta State. We're on the top of the fifth here in Game 3 of this 3-game series between these two Gulf South Conference teams. Helms takes that for a called strike. Delta State's looking to take one in this series from Union. They're ahead 5-3. Union's looking to come back and sweep the Lady Statesmen to bring them to 5-1 in the GSC if they could pull out this win. Delta State would be 1-2 if they win. 1-1 the count here to Helms. Looked like she was going to go for it. Held back, so it's going to be ball 2. So 2-1 now. Time called. Swing and a miss, foul tip. Caught by Courtney Marler, able to hang on for that one. Makes the count 2-2. Nobody out. Comes the pitch from Felder. Swing and a line drive base hit. Cameron Lang is going to get that in quickly, so Helms is held to a single. It's going to be a leadoff base hit in this inning. Looks like we might have a pinch runner here. Number 20, Marin Beeson, is going to pinch run for Helms. She's a freshman this season for Delta State. And at the plate will be the second baseman, Sydney Peavy, a senior on this Delta State squad.
Pinch runner at first, number 20, Maureen B.
Delta State knows they need to get more runs in this one, as the Lady Bulldogs offense has been hot so far today. They scored 12 runs in the first game. It's 5-3 now. They definitely have potential. They could come back and score a lot here. Called strike 1 on Peavy. 0-1 the count with Beeson at first, Peavy at the plate. Swing, foul ball past the Lady Bulldogs bullpen. 0-2. It's going to be a line drive base hit into left center. Morgan Jennings had it, cut it off, but it bobbled around. Throws it in. Third baseman Sarah Kate Thompson blocks it up. So Beeson ends up at third, and Peavy is at second now after that base hit. Coach Sydney Sterner's going to go to the mound here for a visit. See what they decide to do here. This is Felder's 5th inning of work. So Felder will stay in the game. Just parlay meeting, more or less talk strategy with 2 runners on here, and The cleanup hitter, left fielder Abby Cataldo at the plate. Cataldo had a home run in the game earlier today, so she is definitely a threat at the plate. No outs here with 2 runners in scoring position, and Cataldo up. She takes that one for a called strike on the outside part of the plate. See if Felder and the Lady Bulldogs can get out of this jam here in the top of the 5th. It's going to be a ball outside. 1-1 now to their left fielder. It's going to be a hard line drive back to the shortstop, Macy Neal, who makes a play. Both runners were able to get back to the base, so she didn't have a shot at a double play, but that's going to be allowed out number 1 for Delta State here in the top of the 5th inning. Much needed first out for the Lady Bulldogs. With 2 runners still in scoring position, and the first baseman Kylie Wheaton at the plate. She's a freshman this season for Delta State.
Batting now, number 36.
Digging in against Emily Claire Felder, who throws in the first pitch for a called strike. 0-1 now. It's going to be a called strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-2. Emily Claire going right at these Lady Statesmen, daring them to hit it. Fouled off. Wheaton staying alive here. It's foul ball again. 0-2 the count. Wheaton battling here against Emily Claire Felder. Swing and a miss. That'll be out number 2. Strikeout for Emily Claire Felder. Big out number 2 here, as the Lady Bulldogs look to get out of this top half of the inning without giving up a run. That'll bring the third baseman, Callie McConnell, to the plate. With 2 runners on and 2 outs. She takes that one for a called strike. Emily Claire Felder pounding the zone like Rumsey is doing for Delta State. Riley Vaughn down in the Lady Bulldogs bullpen getting warm. That's going to be a ground ball through past the shortstop, Macy Neal. That's going to get all the way to the fence. Both runs are going to score, and McConnell is going to make it into second base with a double. So it's going to be 7-3 now, Lady Statesmen. Tough break for the Lady Bulldogs. They had 2 outs. That ball got right past the diving Neal at shortstop, just out of reach. And he was placed just right that it went right between Langley and Jennings, so it rolled all the way to the fence. It's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman, Zoe Neal. Got the out. Down goes Alyssa Gover. That'll do it for Delta State in the top half of the 5th. They were able to score 2 runs in that inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th now as the Lady Bulldogs look to even the score and take the lead. We'll be back with you shortly.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
welcome back to Fesmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. There's going to be a new catcher for Delta State here in this bottom of the fifth. It's going to be Lainey Dagerpont. She is a sophomore this season for Delta State. Shortstop Macy Neal is going to be at the plate now against Audrey Rumsey. She shows bunt, pulls back. It's going to be a called strike. Delta State scored 2 in the top half of this inning to make it 7-3. The Lady Bulldogs will look to cut into that lead. They can come back like they did in Game 2 of this series earlier today. After being down 7-0, they came back and won 12-9. Huge offensive game for the Bulldogs. It's going to be a swing and a ground ball base hit. That's going to split the gap. Neal will be on her way to second. And she's going to be in standing up with a leadoff double here in the bottom of the fifth. Macy Neal is a hard out, let me tell you. She can hit a ball just about wherever it's pitched. Huge bat in this Lady Bulldog lineup. Now it's Courtney Marlar at the plate. Marlar hit a home run earlier in this game. Big moment here for her. Nobody out. Macy Neal in scoring position at second base. Marlar's going to take that for a ball inside. Marlar's a sophomore this season. Big part of this Lady Bulldogs team. She takes that for a called strike. Courtney's one of those people that just can put a smile on your face whenever you see her. Always making you laugh. She's ready for her 1-1 pitch. And it hit her. So Macy Neal will go back to second. Courtney Marlar will be at first. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Zoe Neal, who is playing first for the Lady Bulldogs today. Zoe is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Well, there's going to be a conference now. I guess we're going to see if they think it hit Marlar or not. I'm assuming. So it is going to be Courtney Marlar at first, Macy Neal at second, Zoe Neal at the plate. Nobody out here in this bottom of the fifth as the Lady Bulldogs are threatening. 2 runners on and the cleanup hitter in the box. She's going to take ball 1 inside. Macy Neal got a hard jump off second base. Made the catcher, Dagerpont, get up from behind the plate quickly to chase her back. 1-0 the count to Zoe Neal. Takes that inside for ball 2. Fifth-year graduate student Mackenzie David waits on deck. Heart of this Union lineup batting in this half inning. It's going to be strike 1. Looks like an off-speed pitch there from Rumsey. Zoe Neal didn't want it. Took it for strike 1. Still a hitter's count, 2-1 here. It's going to be another strike. Look like the same pitch as the pitch before. 2-2 the count now. Nobody out. And it's going to be a ball inside. Delta State wanted that one bad as the infielders were jumping up and down. They thought it was strike 3. Said it's ball 3. Full count here to Zoe Neal. It's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman's going to flip to the shortstop, across to first. Zoe Neal's going to be safe. The first baseman's going to throw to the catcher, and she's going to get around the tag. She's going to be safe. Catcher, I guess, doesn't realize that Courtney Marler is out, so she throws it down to the third baseman. So it's going to be an out, but a run will score, and Zoe Neal will be at first with Mackenzie David at the plate. Lights are on here at Festmeyer Field as the sun is just about to finish setting. Shadows across the field all the way now. So it's 7-4. Mackenzie David at the plate. Hit a home run of her own in Game 2 earlier today. Snuck over the left field fence. She takes that one inside for strike one. Rumsey doing a good job of getting ahead of hitters early. Fouled that off-speed pitch off. That looked like the same pitch that Zoe Neal took twice. First called strikes. Mackenzie David fouled that off. Got some hitters getting loose down there for the Lady Bulldogs. Looks to be Brooke Puckett and Kira Finkley. Riley Vaughn warming up in the bullpen. See what Coach Sydney Sterner decides to do here in this one. 0-2 the count to Mackenzie David. She's going to take that low for ball one. 1-2 the count. Only one out here in the bottom of the fifth as the Lady Bulldogs look to score a few more here as they're down 7-4 in Game 3 of this three-game series. Swing and a miss. David is down on strikes, so that's out number 2, bringing the designated player Mallory Hildebrand to the plate.
Batting now, number 37, Mallory Hildebrand.
So we kneel down at first. She'll be going on the crack of the bat. That's going to be a fair ball. The pitcher's going to field it, throw to the first baseman. That's going to be out number 3. So the Lady Bulldogs get one to cut into that Delta State lead, but they weren't able to tie it. We'll see if they can get 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 6th. Get back, get the bats going. We'll be back with you shortly.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
You trade in your car. You trade in your house. So why not get some equity back from your old HVAC system? McCoy's Heating and Air will now give you up to $2,000 trade-in for your old unit. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty with the purchase of a qualifying York system. That's right. Trade in your old unit and get up to $2,000. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty. For a limited time, only from McCoy's Heating and Air.
Welcome back to Festmeyer Field. It is the top of the 6th here between Delta State and Union University in Game 3 of their three-game series. Emily Claire Fielder back in the circle for the Lady Bulldogs. Getting even colder out here at Festmeyer Field. Shortstop Bailey Way at the plate. So take that one for a ball outside. Lady Bulldogs scored 1 in the bottom of the 5th. It's 7-4 now. Delta State has out-hit Union 9-4 so far, but they also have 2 errors, so. Fly ball to left field. Cameron Langley's going to catch that for out number 1. Quick out there for the Lady Bulldogs. See if they can get 3 up, 3 down here to get back in and get the bats going. They're definitely capable of coming back down 7-4. Came down from a larger deficit in game 2 earlier today. Strike 1 called against Neve Lopez, the designated player in this game for Delta State. Shows bunt, pulls back, it's going to be a ball. 1-1 the count, 1 out. Fouled, going to hit off the fence in front of the third base dugout. 1-2 now. It's going to be fouled straight back. Lopez all over that one. Probably wish she could have that pitch back. One and 2. Ball 2 outside. See if Emily Clarefelder can win here. And it's at bat with Lopez. It's going to be ball 3, low. Courtney Marler did a good job to scoop that, keep that in front. 3 and 2 now to Neve Lopez. It's going to be ball 4. So Delta State now has a runner on with 1 out. So it looks like we're going to have a change here. Let's see what the change is going to be. And it's going to be a pitching change. It's going to be Riley Vaughn coming in. Vaughn started game 1 earlier. She threw 2.1 innings, gave up 2 hits, 7 runs, only 1 earned though. Struck out 4 and walked 4. So this will be her second look at Delta State in this series. Brooke Parker wants to get a look at Riley Vaughn's pitching. She's going to kneel down behind Marler. Looks like the Union defense is going to get the new pitching card for Riley Vaughn. Lainey Baker warming up down there just in case the Lady Bulldogs need her at any point in the rest of this game. Leadoff Reagan Stafford will be coming up for Delta State. She's 1 for 3 today, has 2 RBIs, also has a strikeout, and had made a really good defensive play a couple innings ago. So it looks like Riley Vaughn is ready. Fixing her stirrups. Sometimes softball pants are hard for tall people. Got to look out for that cleavage. I know I had that problem when I was playing, but practicing especially. So Reagan Stafford's going to stand down against Riley Vaughn. Here comes the pitch. Shows bunt, pulls back. That's going to be a strike. Marler throws down to Zoe Neal trying to get Lopez. Ball gets away, but I think it looked like she was going to be back anyway. So it's, I believe it's 0-1 now. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Riley Vaughn quickly ahead against the leadoff Reagan Stafford. Ball 1. And swing and a miss. Oh, and they did, well, they said she didn't go around, so that's going to be ball 2. 2-2, the count. Says Lawrence McCullough. So 2-2. And it's going to be a full count now, 3-2. As Riley Vaughn will get set to throw this full count pitch. And that's going to be called strike 3. Out number 2. They throw down to first. Lopez is safe. Nice pitch by Vaughn to get the out there. And it looks like Helms is going to come back in to hit. Two outs now. With Lopez at first, Helms at the plate. Vaughn in the circle. Hits her. First pitch. I know that didn't feel good. Looks like it was right off around the elbow, maybe, arm somewhere. Three-hole hitter. Second baseman Sydney Peavy coming to the plate. It's going to be runners on first and second. Take her a second. I've been hit around that spot before. One of the worst pains I've ever felt in my life. Makes you feel sick to your stomach. If it's where she got hit is where I think she got hit. Right around that funny bone in your elbow. So Peavy will stand in now against sophomore Riley Vaughn. 2 runners on, 2 outs in this Delta State half of the 6th. Ball 1 outside. 1-0 the count. Ground ball foul. Oop, hits the third base coach in the foot. Deflects off to Sarah Kate Thompson. Gets it back in the circle. Nice play there. 1-1 the count. Peavy at the plate. 2 outs. Ball high. 2-1 now. Lady Bulldogs would love to get an out here to head into their half of the inning, score some runs. It's going to be foul over the first base dugout, out of play. Fan helps get that ball in quickly. It's going to be a swing, little line drive, caught by Sarah Kate Thompson, the third baseman, so that'll do it for Delta State in the top half of the sixth. Here we go, the bottom of the sixth as the Lady Bulldogs look to cut into that Delta State lead. We'll be back with you shortly.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Welcome back to Fessmeyer Field for the home half of the sixth inning here in this game 3 between Delta State and Union University. Freshman left fielder Cameron Langley is going to step into the box for Union against Audrey Rumsey, pitcher for Delta State. Takes that one for a ball inside. Good start to this at bat for Langley. Kira Finkley waits on deck. Off-speed pitch fouled at the plate by Langley. It's a good pitch there by Rumsey. She's had Union hitters off balance with that pitch throughout her outing in this game. 1-1 the count now to Langley. Ground ball foul down the left field line. Straighten that out a little bit, Langley. One and two now. Score is 7-4. Union looking to get back in this game. It's going to be fouled back. Good job by the freshman to get a piece of that one in this count. 1 and 2. Ground ball foul. She's all over Rumsey in this at bat. See if she can straighten one out here. In a 1-2 count, nobody out in the bottom of the sixth. Fouled straight back. Quality of bat here from Cameron Langley. Giving it her best shot. She's looking to get the Lady Bulldogs back in this game. Ball 2. Evens the count. Job by Langley here to work deep into this count with Rumsey. Hits that, pop up, Who wants it? It's going to be the shortstop, Way, who's going to haul that one in for the first out. Great battle by Langley, just couldn't quite win it. But she did make Rumsey throw several pitches in that at bat. That'll bring up Kira Finkley, who will pinch hit for the second baseman, Bradley Carneal. We saw Finkley in the game earlier today. She got hit by a pitch, got on. See what she can do here. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. We get ball inside. 1-0. Looks like we're going to have another pinch hitter on deck, Brooke Puckett. Swing and a miss. 1-1. One's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. The pitch to Kira Finkley. Ground ball to the shortstop. Scoops it up, throws across to first for the out. So that'll be the second out of the inning. And here will come Brooke Puckett. Puckett is going to pinch hit for Sarah Kate Thompson. Puckett started in the game earlier today. He went 0 for 1. 2 outs now. Looking to get something going in this bottom of the 6th. Called strike 1. 0-1 now to Puckett. Swing and a foul ball. Straighten that out a little bit. Oh, 0-2 quickly now to Puckett. Here comes the pitch from Rumsey. Trying to get her son right. Here we go. It's going to be a ball low. Good take by Puckett there. 1-2 the count now. That's going to be a ground ball. Diving, shortstop throws across. What a play by the shortstop, Way. Diving from her knees, throws Puckett out. Great play there by the shortstop. Takes us to the top half of the 7th, where our Delta State will look to add to their lead. Lady Bulldogs will look to hold them. We'll be back with you shortly.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us. A promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Festmeyer Field. It's the top of the 7th. In this game 3 between Delta State and Union University. Riley Vaughn's back in the circle for her second inning of work in this game. with Abby Cataldo, left fielder, stepping into the box. She's 1 for 3 so far in this game. Takes that for strike one. Cataldo hit a home run in game 1, or in game 2 of this series, played earlier today. Vaughn starts her off 0-1. Briley Carneal re-enters at second for Lady Bulldogs, and Sarah Kate Thompson re-enters at third after they were pinch hit for by Kira Finkley and Brooke Puckett. Lady Bulldogs couldn't get anything going in the bottom of the 6th. See if they can get out of this top half of the 7th. Go back and have a big bottom of the 7th inning. It's going to be a ball. 2-1 the count to Cataldo. Ball 3. Ball 4 to Cataldo. Leadoff walk in this top of the 7th. That'll bring up the first baseman, Kylie Wheaton. Wheaton is 0 for 3 so far with a strikeout.
Batting now, number 36, Kylie Wheaton.
High ball 1 from Riley Vaughn. No outs here in the top of the 7th. Lady Bulldogs are going to be down to their final 3 outs in the bottom of this inning. Still have a chance to sweep Delta State if they can hold them and score some in the bottom half of this inning. Takes that for strike 1 called. So it's 1-1 now to Kylie Wheaton. Pop up into the stands. Makes it 1-2 to Wheaton. Riley Vaughn looking to win this at bat. Get the first out of the inning. Ball high, evens the count at 2. 2-2 now, no outs. Infielders have their hands in their back pockets. It's getting pretty cold out there with the sun all the way down almost. Sunset showing shades of pink. It's going to be a full count now to Wheaton. Union Baseball is losing right now 4-1 in their doubleheader. Second game of their doubleheader today. That's going to be a fly ball. Langley's going to get under it, catch it for out number 1. She's going to get it in quickly. Strong arm and out of left field. Throws it in the air to second base to the second baseman, Briley Carneal. So 1 out now. Third baseman, Callie McConnell is going to be up for Delta State.
Number 17, Callie McConnell.
1 out now. Still have a runner on first after that walk by Cataldo. Ball 1 to McConnell. Riley Vaughn has 1 strikeout so far in her appearance in this game. 1 walk. Takes that for called strike, evens the count at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Ball high. It goes to 2-1. And it's going to be fouled back behind the first base side bleachers. McConnell going to try to win this one against Riley Vaughn. She's 1 for 3 today with 2 RBIs. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Ground ball foul off the front of the Lady Bulldogs dugout. Takes that for ball 3, full count. 3-2-1 on the board. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. McConnell at the plate, Vaughn in the circle. It's going to be another ground ball foul. The third base coach moves out of the way on that one. Got hit earlier, avoiding that this time. Fouled back. And we'll do it again. Another 3-2 pitch coming from Riley Vaughn. About to throw her 23rd pitch of the game. It's going to be ball 4. 2 walks in this inning, so now Delta State has runners on first and second with Alyssa Gover coming up. It's going to be Cataldo at second, McConnell at first. Alyssa Gover at the plate. Lady Bulldogs have a force out at any base, first, second, or third, with runners on first and second. Swing and a miss there by Gover. She wanted to increase the lead by 3 with that swing. Didn't get it though, so it's 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Vaughn working on that outside part of the plate there against Gover. And it's going to be fair to third. Sarah Kate Thompson steps on the bag to get the lead runner Cataldo. So that's going to be out number 2 in the inning. Runner still on first and second for Delta State. And that'll bring the shortstop Bailey Way to the plate. Way is 0 for 2 so far in this game. See if the Lady Bulldogs can keep it that way. It's going to be a strike called. 0-1 now. McConnell's at second, Gover's at first. Way is at the plate. Vaughn is in the circle. High ball 1, 1-1 the count now. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Riley Vaughn placing that outside pitch perfectly against these left-handed hitters for Delta State. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll do it for Delta State in the top half of the 7th. Lady Bulldogs are down to their final 3 outs. Let's see what they do. We'll be back with you shortly.
Your life. Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Welcome back to Festmeyer Field. Here it's the bottom of the 7th with the top of the Union University Lady Bulldogs lineup coming up. This is their final shot to tie or take the lead against Delta State. That's going to be a leadoff base hit. It's going to get by the left fielder. Morgan Jennings is going to turn on the Jets. Here she goes. She's going to third, and she's going to end up at third with a stand-up triple. What a way to lead off the bottom of the 7th for Morgan Jennings. And the Lady Bulldogs have life in the bottom of the 7th. There's going to be a meeting at the mound now by Delta State. One pitch, and the Lady Bulldogs have a runner on third with number 2 hitter Macy Neal coming to the plate. Neal's 2 for 3 in this game so far. Delta State's going to have to decide how they want to pitch Macy Neal, who can hit just about anything you throw at her. They're going to want to be careful here. Audrey Rumsey still in the circle for Delta State.
Batting now, number 2, Macy Neal.
Here comes the pitch. Shows bunt, pulls back. Want to know the count to Neal. Ball outside. Looks like they're pitching around Neal a little bit here, 2-0. See what happens here. 2-0 pitch coming. So, yep, they're pitching around her. It's almost like an intentional walk without the intentional walk part. Don't blame Delta State at all here. Shows bunt. Oh, they're going to call that a strike. So it is going to be 3-1 after Brooke Parker gave them that pitch as a strike. So let's see. And that's going to be ball 4. She draws the unintentional intentional walk. So that puts runners at first and third for the Lady Bulldogs, with catcher Courtney Marler coming to the plate. Marler can be just as dangerous as Neal.
Batting now, number 4, Courtney Marler.
She is 2 for 2 so far in this one with a home run. And thought Macy Neal was going to go. She took a hard lead off first, fooled me. So it'll be 1-0 now to Marler. And it gets by the catcher. Morgan Jennings coming in. And I think they're going to say it hit her. So Jennings will have to go back. Neal will go to second, and Marler will be at first. So bases loaded now for the cleanup hitter, Zoe Neal. What an opportunity here for the first baseman who had a home run in today's game earlier.
Batting now, number 12, Zoe Neal.
7-4, bases loaded. Zoe Neal at the plate. Big spot here for the junior. Lady Bulldogs are fighting hard here in the bottom of the 7th. And she's going to take a ball high and in. Good start to this at bat for Zoe. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be high, deep. It's gone. A grand slam to walk it off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. What an at-bat by Zoe Neal, the hero in this game, to sweep Delta State. That was a no-doubter. 8-7 your final. As the Lady Bulldogs fought hard all day, down in both games today, fought back for 2 wins. What a day for Lady Bulldogs softball. Zoe Neal is the hero of this one with that walk-off grand slam. So that's going to do it. The Lady Bulldogs will now be 5-1 in the conference, 12-4 overall. Delta State will fall to 2-12, 0-3 after being swept by Union. Riley Vaughn will get the win for Union. Morgan Jennings was 1 for 4 in this game. Macy Neal 2 for 3. Courtney Marler 2 for 2. Zoe Neal 1 for 4. Mackenzie David 0 for 2. Mallory Hildebrand 0 for 1. And Cameron Langley 0 for 3. So the Bulldogs got 8 runs off of 6 hits, including that walk-off bomb of a grand slam by Zoe Neal. Up next, Lady Bulldogs will play Trevecca at home on February 27th with game 1 scheduled for 2 p.m. There'll be free admission courtesy of First Bank. My name is Grace White. This has been a pleasure calling both of these games for y'all today. An exciting day for Lady Bulldogs softball. We'll be back with you Tuesday for a doubleheader with Trevecca. See you then.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Are you looking for a Christian college or starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.